Okay, morning everyone. So yeah, pretty cold morning this morning. I think it's only about 10 degrees. Yeah, bang on 10 degrees. So niece just dropped her car off last night. She's at school today, but I said I'll just finish it off because it's only just polishing and ceramic coating to go. And there's not really a lot she can do. She got right into the interior cleaning because there was a lot, she could vacuum and wash the seats, and she did most of it actually. I just showed her what to do, and I did, while she was doing the back, I was doing the front kind of thing. So yeah, it worked out all right. But yeah, from this stage on, it's pretty boring if you're not into it, into polishing and ceramic coating. So that was about 2 weeks ago, and then we got a heap of rain. So I haven't done anything the car's just been sitting for 2 weeks. It stays inside. But it was out. She dropped it off last night, so it didn't rain last night, but it's all wet from the moisture in the air. It's a bit humid. So I definitely want to probably just spray some what's the name, degreaser on it, and wash it, get rid of all the dust, and then we'll get into the polishing. But it's already had a clay bar and all that. But anyway, that's a different video. The spotless deionised water machine just rocked up today. So I'll grab a knife and we'll hook into that. This is going to be a bit topsy-turvy, this video, because I'm going to use it on her car just to try it out. Apparently this comes with a TDS meter, which is a total dissolved solids meter. So that way you can test if this is working. This must be it here in this box. Here we go. So what I want to do is test the water coming out of this tap just here, because that tap is unfiltered. Be good if it's got batteries. Yeah, cool. Okay, yeah, so what I want to do is test the water coming out of that, because that's unfiltered water. Then I want to test the water coming out of the tap at the car where I do my car washing. And then that way we can see the difference, and hopefully there should be a difference. And then that way, obviously if you run the deionized this thing through filtered water, the resin's going to last longer, in theory. Should do. So yeah, it comes with some nice things. Oh, it even comes with a handle. That's a good idea. Okay, so it's a decent size, and apparently it's got resin in it. Because it doesn't say in the instructions, because you can download these instructions, and you can read about it on the website and everything. But it didn't say anywhere that it came with resin. It just says it needs 10 kilos of resin. It doesn't say that it's included, so that's okay. But apparently, yeah, we do have it. But yeah, I want to check. There's not a lot to it. It's just so the tank's rated to 150 psi. I don't know why, because it's only. Oh yeah, okay, that was. Yeah, so it's definitely got resin in it. You can see the stuff there. It's just like brown little balls. So yeah, it's in there. It's almost to the top. That's good. I've actually found a place just down the road from me that sells the resin, and it's not a bad price. To refill this would be $100, just a bit under apparently. So I want to keep a tally of how many cars I wash with it. If I get around 50 cars washed with it, 50 car washes out of it, I'd be pretty happy. At $2 a car, I think it's worth it for $2 a car to not dry it. I think that's worth it. Okay, so from memory, I probably should read the instructions. Just have a quick picture just to see where these valves go. Yep. Because I will run it as a bypass. Yeah, so the valves go straight into the. Yeah, actually I might. Yeah, okay, that's how it goes. Okay, so yeah, these go directly to here. I'm going to get some sealant. but I'm pretty sure that's how I'm going to run it. So it'll pretty much be a three-way, well, it's a two-way valve. They call it a three-way valve. It's only a two-way valve. It's a three-way connector, but it's only got two valves on it, like that. Hang on. What was that? Oh, again. Okay, this microphone. This is the second time it's fallen off. Doesn't. I think my jumper's a bit too thick for it. I wonder if I can. It'll go to the zip. There you go. That should work. As long as I don't. Or I could just open that up. Man up, lose a jumper. There you go. That's better. Okay, so these are actually different connections. There's a female there and a male there, and then we've got two female. So what are they talking about? That's must be for your hose. Yeah, I think before I seal anything up, we'll definitely bring the sealant. We better go and just do a dummy run and make sure it's working. Because that doesn't, unless this comes off, no, that's all one piece. So I don't know what game they're playing out there, unless they want, is that how it goes? Yeah, okay, that's how it goes. Righto. So that's how you turn it off. Yep, okay, so yeah, we can seal it because it only goes one way. Just get a spanner. And then, probably won't seal, I reckon they've got their own little O-ring in there, so we'll just tighten it up a bit. It's normal, you don't want to go too tight. Yeah, just nip it up, and then we'll get this sealant. So this is the inlet side, which goes that way. Okay, yep. I don't know what it is with sealants, but my other one for air compressed tools is like they give you a massive bottle, but they only put this much in it. I don't know what the go is there. I think this is actually finished. I know there's a bit in there. It's just because it's really cold. It's having performance issues. Okay, so this is meant to go to your tap. That's what they're doing, I think. Yeah. Whereas I'll be using. Yeah. Okay, that's what's confusing. So I'm not going to use this hose with the 90 degree because I don't like the way it sits. It puts a lot of pressure on it. So we won't be using that one. Oh, that's got a 90 degree as well. Oh man. Alright. Well, let's put the 90 degree on this end then. Probably makes more sense on this end. Again, won't be tight. Or if they both had 90, that would even work better. They're crimped ends, so I can't change them. Yep, like that. So, water in, hits this closed valve, goes through the hose, then you... Yeah, okay, yep. And then open that valve. We open both. I think that's right. Yeah, because now you've closed it, so water in goes through the hose, out through here. It would fill this up a little bit, but because it's closed, it's got nowhere to go, so then it would bypass and come through here. So that's not deionized water. Then if you want deionized water, you close this bypass, open the tank, close this hose, and open this one. And now water's going here, hits this valve, goes through, goes down, back up, through here, hits a closed valve, which is this pipe, and then comes out your hose. So I think that's correct. I'll reread the instructions off camera to make sure, but I think I can lock it up with that now, but I'll do that off camera anyway. I think we've sorted it. Okay, so we've got a glass of tap water here. This is from the unfiltered tap out the back.
and we are getting 456. I think it's parts per million. 456 out of unfiltered water. So now we'll get rinse it out. So now this is filtered water. So yeah, 400, 416, 399 I just saw. There are some floaties in this. I wonder if it's the air bubbles. I'll just rinse this out. So it's a bit lower, but not super low. I'll try and put it in slowly so there's no air bubbles. Don't know if that makes a difference. That's better. It looked like cloudy before. There's actually no difference. 465, yeah. Okay. That's strange. I thought that filter should take it out a bit. But anyway, it's definitely getting rid of the chlorine, things like that. So we're still be on a winner anyway. And now if we hook this up, I haven't figured a way. Actually, I probably do need that other hose that it came with because it's Wi-Fi at the moment. Yeah, let me go and get that other hose. So we've got, hopefully it makes sense. So this hose, this green hose, goes up to my hose reel. This hose now is the new hose that I had. Lucky I had a spare one. So now that connects to the tap. You can see it there. This is the inlet. So it comes to here. I've got it on open so that it goes in the tank, fills the tank, comes out, that's open, goes to the tap, to the hose reel. This is closed, so we're not bypassing water. So now let's have a test. I've trimmed the water down because you don't want it flowing too fast. You just want it slower the better, really. It looks very cloudy, but I do remember that's kind of what happens. And there we go. 0.00, I think it is. Well, it's just 0.00. Doesn't measure to decimals, but yeah. So perfectly clean water, as much as it doesn't look like it, but I think that's just air. You can see it kind of creeping up there. So yeah, that's it. So easy as. Let me just tidy this hosing up and I'll get back to you. So you can see it clearing there, the water. So something's happening, that's good. But anyway, it's 0 parts per million. So we're good. And I think that's about as tidy as I'm going to be able to make it without getting hardline and hardlining it, which I don't really want to do because it may change. So yeah, I'm going to leave it on the floor. There's no leaks. There's a couple drops of water just down there, but that's just from me connecting it and mucking around. There's 0 leaks, so I think we're good to go now. Yeah, very easy. So I will definitely keep a track. I will definitely keep a track on my little whiteboard here. How many washes we get out of it. Like I said, I'm probably not going to use it on this car. I've got to be a bit selective, just because it is expensive. The resin's $100 to fill that up. 10 kilos of resin's $100. So you don't want to just go using it willy-nilly. It may even be a case of in winter you hardly use it because, as you can see now, it's pushing 9 o'clock, I think. And if this spins around, you can see there the car's in the shade, so it really doesn't matter. Plus I've got time, so I think shade is one factor. If you've got shade, probably don't use it. If you've got time,
probably don't use it. If you're in a bit of a rush, I know it sounds funny that you're in a rush to wash your car, but sometimes like we just go, oh, we're going somewhere and the car's dirty. I don't like driving dirty cars. So it'll be a case of 20 minutes, because that's kind of what I've got my system down to here, is about 20 minutes to foam, rinse, soap, rinse, and then deionized water to rinse, or you rinse it off with normal water, then you just quickly finish it off with deionized. Obviously you don't run deionized water through a pressure washer, because it's just going to be going way too fast through it, and it won't do anything. You're still going to have solids in the water, which will leave marks. So yeah, you don't want to be doing that. So yeah, just nice slow dribble, kind of as much as you can do, or as least amount of flow as you can to be washing the car is kind of what you want. And that'll work out really well and leave no water spots. And then yeah, literally you can just rinse your car, get in it, and go to where you're going, and by the time you get there it's dry with no spots. So that's my main kind of thing of getting that. I wouldn't use it in every situation. It's just going to be where I can, kind of thing. So yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. But anyway, that's the car there. She's got her L plates on there, so it doesn't look too bad. It's had a really nice wash, but you can see how faded it is down the side. But anyway, I'm going to go through, degrease, foam, wash, rinse it, dry it out, and then I'm going to take these two cars out, put this car in, jack it up on the jacks that are under this car, the quick jacks, get it up to a nice height, turn all these lights on, and just spend, I don't know, just a quick hour and a half polish. I think that's all it's really going to take to bring that up. I'm not looking for 100% finish, just clean it up and buff it up, and yeah, make it a bit better than what it is. And then I've got CQ UK 3.0 as the ceramic coat, which is left over from our other car. I did mention it, you can't keep them forever. After about 6 months they start to crystallize, and yeah, they're no good. So you can't just keep it for 5 years, because that lasts 5 years. You can't just keep that for 5 years. It'll be sugar in 5 years time. It'll look like sugar. So yeah, might as well use it, otherwise I'm just going to throw it out. So yeah, I'll do her car and it'll look quite nice. So yeah, all good. But anyway, the deionized water, that's as simple as that. It's you just got to think with the valves a little bit. Get that through your head. Make sure you're connecting the in to the in and the out to your hose. That's it. It's easy as. I did drill some more holes in the garage the other day off camera. So I've put in some 90-degree bracket under here so that this has somewhere to sleep. So this is the nozzle I kind of use for DI water. This is still left over from the last time I had a DI tank. The water comes out in a nice laminar flow stream with this thing, so really good for that. Turbo nozzle and an air gun, and then this sits on here. That's about as far as I'm going to take my hose for the pressure washer. It's literally wrapped up 3 times. It will not get a memory in that shape. It's just too big a diameter for it to get a memory. I've been to some pressure washer shops and some other places looking for 90 degree out and a 90 degree out. I've found one, didn't seal properly, so that got turfed. And I can't find a 90 degree on that. I don't know what the fittings are called. They're not quick connects, they're something else. They are quick connects, but they're a different type of quick connect for pressure water, not air. So yeah, I'm not going to waste much more time on that. I'm just going to leave it. And then I hung up my, so these have quick connects mounted to a stainless steel plate. And you just keep your foam cannons there. So that way I've got a foam cannon for each thing. And if I don't empty a foam cannon on a car, it doesn't matter, it goes there and you pick the next one. You go to the next stage. And then a couple brackets to hang the wand up for the pressure hose and the tyre pressure gauge. And that's it, tidied up all the wiring. And yeah, good to go. So I think we're just going to leave it at that now and work with that for a bit until something doesn't sit right with me, and then I'm changing it. One thing I will change, and I've just reprinted them. The snow foam should be here, wash should be here, because you snow, then wash, then seal. So I got them out of order there. I don't know what I was thinking. So yeah, momentary lapse of judgment. So I'll just peel these off. I've got 2 new ones printed up and clean it up, and then these will get swapped over. I'll do that today. I think I've actually got them. Might have kept them over here. Yep, here we go. Oh, So I'm using that to put the degreaser on, which is a insecticide kind of pest spray kind of sprayer from Bunnings, but it works okay for putting degreaser on, because degreaser is not something you use all the time to wash your car. I don't. I don't even use it every time on the wheels. There's no need. The soap's good enough. If you keep on top of it, if you let your car go till you get that thick brown crusty brake dust, then yeah, obviously you're going to have to use degreaser and brushes and stuff like that. I wash my cars often enough that normally a spray of water is enough to get the wheels clean. So yeah, but you know, washing them that often is probably not good either for other things. Like, it's easy to clean, but then you're introducing water more often and possible rust. But I don't think these new cars rust like old cars. My Tirana I never ever washed with a hose. That's why I never really got into the pressure washing side of things with the Tirana. It never got wet, that car. It was literally just dusting it and detail sprays, and that was it. So yeah, but that thing would rust just looking at it. So yeah, I wasn't too keen on putting too much water on that. I think we got caught in the rain once, like a summer shower once, and my uncle left the they had a power outage and I parked on his grass. We were there for lunch and his irrigation system reset, and at 12 o'clock midday his sprinklers turned on when they should have turned on at midnight. Something like that anyway. And yeah, and he came out all distressed. He goes, "Oh, I got your car wet." And I was like, "Oh, it doesn't matter." It was only just the bottom, so it wasn't even that much, and it was only on for like a minute too. He caught it. So yeah, actually got a new gun as well. So if you've seen the other one, I had a big tank that you could put liquid in, and then you could use it just as air, or it would put or you could put like a degreaser if you wanted to, and degrease your engine bay through these Tornador things. But they're really good just for cleaning carpet and the interior of your car, and that's why I bought this one with no tank. So you don't have a big 1 litre tank hanging off the thing to worry about when you're cleaning in the car. You can kind of get right into the dash and all that. If you haven't tried one of these are really good. You can unscrew it, and then it's all aluminium too. There's a really, really nice one with a brush attachment, so you can just do your dash and then blows it out. Makes a bit of a noise. You need ear protection for sure. It's quite a high-pitched noise that it makes. But yeah, anyway. All right, well, I'm going to get stuck into this car because I told her it'd be done by the time she finishes school at like 4 o'clock. She'll be home by the time she gets the bus home. So yeah, I want to really get that stuck into it so I can finish by 4 o'clock. And I'll probably it's locked at the moment. I've got the keys, but I might just run over the interior as well.
Oh no, she's been looking after it. Yeah, okay.
No, there's nothing. There was heaps of stuff in the dash and like in the console, like knickknacks. You know, when you get your first car, you want to put your perfume in there and your little toys and stuff, and she's got rid of all that. So that's good. She's keeping it clean. So very nice. All right, we'll leave the DI video here for now. Braking transmission. There's been a change in plans as usual. That video you just watched was probably 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, when I got that deionised water tank. I've used it once, goes really good. We washed the I-20 very quickly, and when I say quickly, I'm talking under 20 minutes foam, wash, sealant and a vacuum. Under 20 minutes, done. Walked away, just rinsed it and walked away. So yeah, it works really, really well. Only thing is, I've been doing a bit of research, and with that ppm 400 that we got coming out of the tap, that DI resin is not going to last very long. I'd be lucky to get I don't know how many litres I'm using per car, but from what I'm reading, it's only going to last about 20 washes, and that's what my last one was my last resin tank, which was probably almost 10 years ago now. The only difference is the house water's filtered, so it might still be a high TDS, but around the 400 ppm. But I am taking out the chlorine and other stuff, so it may stretch to 30 or 40 cars, but that's more than $2. Actually, it's probably at that, it's probably closer to $3 every time you use it on a car, and I want to get that cost down a bit. So what I've done, I'll dump a heap of screenshots right now. I'll try and explain each one, and I'll try and put them in order. But so what I've done is I've bought an RO, reverse osmosis water system. They used to be expensive. They're a bit not so much expensive now. So the one I got was just one off eBay. The details are on there. You can look them up. It was $92 or something like that. So yeah, got that coming. I just come back from the shop now. Bought a 90-litre tank. 100-litre tank was $90. So picture of that there. So that, and a pump. So you obviously need a pump. So the reverse osmosis, it's not something that you can just run through like the DI water, and it literally just trickles out. I think the unit I've got, I can't remember, it'll say on there, gallons per day or litres per day, might be 150 litres a day or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But it's not something that you can just connect to and run a hose off it. It won't come out fast enough. You won't be getting enough. So that's why you need the tank and a pump. So that way you can fill your tank up over the course of a day. 100 litres might take a day to fill up, and then you got 100 litres of water sitting there. And then when you need it, you turn your pump on. I bought a plug-in 240 volt pump. It was about 107, I think. You'll see a picture of that. And then I'm gonna have to buy probably another hose reel, because it depends where you, that's the bit I don't know yet, whether I'm gonna leave the tank where you've seen the picture there, or put it in the garage. I don't think it's gonna fit in the garage, and I don't really want it in the garage just in case it gets knocked or bumped and leaks or cracks, or a fitting goes and there's 100 litres of water in the garage. So I don't think it's it would be better usability, but I don't think it's a smart decision to leave a 100-litre tank of water in the garage. It is only water, but it's never going to come in the house because the garage is lower than the house, the floor level. But yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. So I think I'd rather have the longer hose, and this way I'll have a dedicated hose for the clean water, for the deionized RO water. So yeah, it'll come from the tank, and that's RO water, which is still going to be, I don't know what the ppm is, because there's no real science in working out what your ppm going in is to what it is coming out, because it depends on how much of those minerals are in your water. So it may come down to like 15, 20, 40 or something like that, and then the pump will then shoot it through to the deionized water tank and then onto the car. So then that way the deionized water is not dealing with 400 ppm water, it's only dealing with 40 or 10 or something like that. It'll be under 100, but I mean, even if it is 100 instead of 400, your resin's going to last 4 times longer, because it's not dealing with that amount of crap in the water, pretty much. So yeah, I think for $300, and that include, tank, RO system, and the pump, for $300 plus maybe $100 on a hose, so let's say $400 all up, maybe a few fittings here and there, maybe another $50, so under $500 you get a reverse osmosis water setup that'll store 100 litres of water. So I think that's a pretty good deal if it works out the way I think it's going to work out. I won't know till I test it, and then we'll have to change it up from there, but I think that'll work. And then, so you'll see the filters on that reverse osmosis system. It comes with a carbon and sediment filter and all that kind of gear. The water that I'm going to be putting directly into it is already gone through a carbon and sediment system, whole house water filter. So those filters should last a while. I'm expecting they'd probably last a good 2 to 3 years. The amount of water that I'm going to put through them, it won't be a lot. It's purely just to rinse a car, and that's all it's for. But after using it 2 or 3 times and just walking away from it with water on it, it's really good feeling. So I don't want to give up like I gave up last time on the DI water. So I'd rather spend the money to put better water through it and persevere with it, pay that outlay once, and never have to wipe a car. I can pretty much don't worry about drying a car ever again. Another reason I'm doing this is because I use it, that DI tank. I did use it, the first one I had. I used it when I did all the windows around the house. I did my mum and dad's house and I did my grandmother's house, And so I did 3 houses, probably washed the car 10 times, and that was it. The resin was spent because, yeah, and I don't want to have to limit my use of that DI water. So by doing this, it's going to be a lot more use. It'll get more use, yeah. Being able to have clean water, so should be good. I mean, you could even drink it if you really wanted to. Is pull your little hose out of that tank, put a 5 litre bottle there, 5 litre bottle that you'd put inside, and turn it on for an hour. It might make 5 litres an hour. I don't know how quickly it's going to make it. And then you can put that in the fridge, and you're drinking reverse osmosis water. So that's another good thing about it. It's not just for the car. You could use it to drink as well. Because when I clean those filters out, you do get a lot of rust and sediment coming out of them. So, I mean, they stop most of it, but the reverse osmosis will completely get rid of that as well. Another option I was thinking is having a spray, like a 2.5 litre little handheld sprayer from Bunnings, and digging out some. Just every time you do a car, just fill that up or whatever. Just go out there and grab some and keep it in the bathroom. So then that way, when you have your shower, you can use that water, turn the shower off, leave it in the shower, and then use the RO water to rinse your glass off in the shower, and maybe not deal with water spots, because that's the thing. Our water that's kind of the reason I'm doing this. If you off tank or your city water is like a lot better than Perth water, but if you read about it, Perth has got the hardest water in Australia, and the water spotting is just unbelievable. We get it on our sinks, like stainless steel sink is you not even got a reflection. Our shower, you can barely see through the glass. That's what I mean. The car's just next level. And in winter, it's not too bad because you can kind of keep up with it when you're drying the car. But in summer, it's just instant water spot. And then you've got to go and buy a water spot remover. Plus you're scrubbing on your car, you're rushing as well. And things go wrong when you rush. So, it's probably a lot of money. But I think it might be worth it. I'm hoping it will be worth it by doing this way. But anyway, that video you watched, that was a while back. So hopefully this kind of fits in. I've just been mucking around with the setup a little bit today. I changed a few washers. I changed the manifold that I had, the splitter, it was a 2-way splitter. I didn't like it with the stupid dial because it's just, it doesn't, sometimes you do it and you don't want that one on and you go too far and it flicks it on and then flicks it off. And you end up with a face full of water because pressure washers are head height. So I got another one just with valves, and I think that's going to work out a bit better. I've got the wire wrap on the high pressure hose. So the wire wraps on that took a couple of hours to put on because that's very fiddly, that thing. There's pretty much no more leaks now. There's a couple little drops, but I think they will, calcify and dry up a little bit. Because the old setup never leaked, so I'm hoping this kind of gets to a stage where it kind of beds in and doesn't leak. We should be right there. What else happened? Other than that, it's going really good. The 3 cannon setup's going really, that's what I mean. It got under 20 minutes to fully do a car and vacuum it. Unbelievable. So that's that. And it came up so clean as well. I think just having clean water makes a big difference because you may not notice the water spot, but it's putting, even when I blow it, you think you got rid of it all. You've actually just spread the water and it just makes the whole surface cloudy. But when you use the DI water that it has nothing in it and you don't use a blower, it looks like the car just got polished. It's the best it ever looked after we washed it. So I think it does make a difference. 99% people probably wouldn't even notice that difference, but I did because I look at it every day. And it made a massive difference. So you may think I'm going stupid. I think that as well. That's ridiculous to spend $500 plus a DI tank. So you're talking near on maybe $800 with the DI tank and all that. But I think that the $500 spent on putting clean water into your DI system will more than pay itself off over probably 2 years, 3 years. I really, that resin is not cheap. If that resin was $50 for 10 kilos, I wouldn't even bother. Just use it, whatever. If it lasts 6 months, a year, whatever, it lasts and that's it. But being that it's like the cheapest I can find, and that's only because you can buy 10, that needs 10 kilos, and there's a shop up the road me 10 kilos does $140 I think for 10 kilos. You can find it online, but they don't do 10 kilos. They'll either do 5 kilo or 25 kilo. And if the problem is if you buy 25 kilo and store it, that doesn't store very well. You kind of want to buy it fresh and use it straight away. You don't want to buy 25 kilo, even if it is fresh and it's 25. You're only using not even half. Then you're going to have 15 kilos hanging around. You might as well throw that 5 kilos out, because that is not going to last till the next refill. And then even if it takes you 8 months to deplete the resin, you go and put your next 10 kilos in. That's been sitting around in the air for 8 months. It's probably already 30% cooked anyway. So it's not something I want to waste. So I think by doing this, there's going to be a lot of valves, a lot of hoses and stuff to muck around with. I don't know any simpler way. I don't have a way of obviously keeping it in one spot, because that would be the ideal way. I just don't have the room. You can see how close I've got to get the car to there. So there's no way the tank is fitting there. The RO system could fit there, and then the tank would have to go somewhere else, and then the hose would have to go from the tank back to this DI system and then out there. The only thing is though, to come and turn the tap on, because like say I want to wash the car tomorrow and the hose is the tank's empty, I can kind of get here to the hose to turn it on and off, but yeah, it's a bit iffy. So I'd rather just have a connection that's constantly on with this manifold, and then I turn it on and off, and everything's out there, so that way if there's a leak, it's outside. So I think that's the smarter way to do it. It could change. I don't know until I get all these parts. They should be rocking up in like 2 weeks. So yeah, hopefully we'll stick with it, and we'll make this work this time. It works so well, the DI system. I don't want to give up on it. So yeah, we'll make it work. It's gonna work. So all good. So stick with us, and yeah, we'll get onto it. So yeah, catch you later. See ya.